essentially, we're gonna either do it. We're gonna do it with actual mana, or we're gonna win by proxy. Wow, they want to see it. They want to see it. The reason I'm talking softly is because my kid is in the room next door, but also because I don't want to get sucked into the door to nothingness. But hopefully our opponents will this game, given that once you cast enough spells, you'll be able to remove the counters from Ramos to gain Wooberg twice, and put them into a vortex of hell. Let's see if we can do that this video. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Against the abominable Pantalaza, sun-favoured Cascade, the new Cascade general, basically. Dinosaur Ramp. You can't even kill it, we don't have any untapped white sources. So they've just printed another 1 mana dork for dinosaurs. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Just because if you think there's already 4 in the Historic Brawl. So just add another one means there's now 5 that you can use in this deck. Kind of ludicrous. Dinosaurs are strangely powerful. Like, there's definitely a lot of stuff they can do. I think I'm gonna ramp here because I want to go for the Kami Wall in the following turn. Yeah, so it's tempting to have gone for the Rhystic Study and so on and so forth, because this also triggers for any cascading stuff, or should I say, discover, more like. If they didn't get the land they needed, then their hand might be just absolutely stacked. But either way, yeah, we should have white, blue, black, red, green. Yeah, it's cool. So we've got a Kami Wall next turn. Please, nothing too good. Come on, go easy on me. Okay, they get the Herald's Horn. Fine. That is actually pretty good, but it's not a scary card. It's just a good card. Nice. Kami War. What a card. 6 mana, just destroy something. This is basically 6 mana Elspeth Conquers Death. So the top ability is just exile something. The second something is... This is going to sound really weird. This is Ashiok's ability to bounce something and make them exile. Or discard in this case, and then it becomes a dragon. 6/6. And they... Oh, interesting. It's better than Cascade because it goes to their hand. Return something to their hand, and each opponent discards. I guess we'll get rid of that. So now I don't want to play any creatures because they've got that in their hand. So this is better than Cascade. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, we don't want to go for Ramos, do we? Because it's just going to die. And I don't really want to go for Fragment Reality either, because they're going to get a better creature. So I think we're just going to... Yeah, we're just going to kill it with a Putrefy and Rhystic Study. But yeah, Rhystic Study and Whirlwind of Thought is bonkers. I suspect they might be using the Fateful Absence on our flipped Kami Wall here, because the Okagachi can get stuff back to our hand, which is very powerful. Herald's Horn. Will they pay? Do they want to play a 4-drop? They do want to play a 4-drop. Very revealing. And we get a Rusko, which is just... This deck is really bonkers. We're kind of using all the most BS cards known to man. But yeah. There you have it. I have definitely fallen to the dark side. Or more like, if you can't beat them, join them. That's kind of my stance. Many people have told me that there's no point not using them, right? There's no point. You might as well go for it. Because people are going to use... Each of my opponents is going to use cards that I don't like. So I might as well use cards that they don't like either. And with that mentality, you actually... It's a bit liberating, because you're kind of like, yeah, whatever. But at least when you play decks that are suspectedly in this high tier, at least I'm prepared for the powerful stuff. So this is fine. I'm actually very happy with this. It's just when it's against, you know, when you're using an uncommons build, and then suddenly every deck you face is freaking, you know, really powerful stuff. Makes you feel a bit like, what the heck's going on here? So we can leave up white mana for the fragment. So this guy makes eggs. And then gets rid of eggs to make dinosaurs. But is there anything that gets rid of dinosaurs to make eggs? Because then you could just keep going in circles. There might be a way. Also, the artwork for this is peculiar. So here's some of my art knowledge, art director knowledge. Most creature cards have the creature kind of like in the middle of the artwork, like this, or even this, like center of the artwork. But this Palani's Hatcher, only the head is visible. I know dinosaurs are humongous, so it does create a bit of a problem there. But it's like, it makes it look like the egg is the focal point of the artwork. And psychologically, kind of, it does have an effect where it makes you think, is this a creature card or is this a non-creature card? So yeah, oh my god, that's got haste. Oh my god, that's got haste. I don't even, how's it got, what gave it haste? Oh, that, I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot, and now they've got that. Well, at least we're drawing cards. Oh, I mean, we've got all the removal spells here. Oh my god. I was talking way too much about the artwork. I know they're going to cascade again. Oh, they're not going to use that. That's funny. If they did use that, there would be something very weird going on. So I guess we'll just get rid of that. Oh my goodness. We really lucked out with all these removal spells. Take 6. Yeah, that's fine. Down to 12. Goodness me, this stupid creature that isn't a creature that is a creature. That should have probably been killed a bit sooner, but oh well. Day of Judgment. So how much mana do we actually have? Can we do some crazy things with Ramos? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... I don't think we can yet. So if we did this, remove, then we'd have 1, 2, 3 mana up. Yeah, that's not enough to do crazy stuff. I think we can live. It's just going to be a bit tricky. Let's definitely go for World Tree because it makes all our mana any colour. So we've got 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 3 removal spells in our hand. So we probably want to kill the trumpeting thing first. Let's start with that. And we are getting a bit of life along the way as well. Timeout used? Come on, bro. I've got so many cards. Okay. Land, creature, artifact. Land, creature, artifact. Okay. So we go for the 1, 2, 3. Do we still die? I don't know, to be honest. Hopefully not. I think we got pretty lucky, though. So also, worst case scenario, something else with haste, and they still have to deal 15. They've got 6, 7, 8. And we still draw cards, my goodness. Lightning Helix, wow, that is just gonna... I kind of can't believe this. And they get a Skell Speaker Shepherd. You know what, I think this Rustic Study is honestly the thing that's going to keep us alive. Wow, more removal. We've just got... Yeah, the Rustic Study has kept us in the game, essentially. Question is, can we do some crazy Ramos things next turn? We need 11 mana in theory to do that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, any colour is any colour. So yeah, let's give it a go. 5 mana of different... it's not going to be a different colours though. That's the only issue. Yeah, it would if I had an exact... So I've got white... Yeah, that ain't going to cut it, is it? And laser. Has this been done now? Dinosaurs cost 1 less. Let's kill this 3/3. I don't really like the idea of killing tokens, but... There you go. Oof. But this would make them discard half. Do I want to do that? Then if I do this, then I'll have 2 mana left. I guess so. We'll make them discard half the cards in their hand. So discard 1, because it's rounded down, sadly. But then if this dies for any reason, they sacrifice half the non-land permanents they control rounded down. That's really powerful. Wow, that's really powerful. They get rid of something else. And then I suppose we'll make them get rid of a creature. Yeah, it's a shame. So now we're out of mana. They sack and they lose 1. Yeah. And then we're going to get Midnight Clock in their turn, which gives us 7 more spells, which is fine because we've got 4 lands in our hand. Discard a card. So it's not really going to matter. It does make me wonder if they're going to use that at the Day of Judgment, though. I don't think they are, but... Oh, we got Door to Nothingness. Casualties again. Oh, no. They could get super lucky here with Atali. Time wipe. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So the only thing I'm really scared of is haste. Fracture. So Fracture's going to kill one of our cards. As if they got a way to kill 2 of our enchantments. That's crazy. My goodness. Do they have haste anywhere? Don't think so. We really are hanging on by a thread here. That Atali has pretty much changed the course of this game. So they get Savage Stomp, which is a fight spell, I think. Yeah, it's a fight spell. They get to discover, again, Cabaret Rebels. Well, luckily that's the last thing to hit. Oh my goodness. That's really quite wild here. We don't gain any luck. Oh no, wait, each opponent... What do we do? I really want to do Door to Nothingness, but we don't have... We need 15 mana for that? We've got 11. Do we just attack with Lord Xander? And then they chump? Let's see what they do. So they mill half their library. That's funny. That's so random. And then if they block it, they lose half their things. Which is kind of crazy. They are going to block it. Holy crap. I did not expect that. Did they read that properly? Do they really not care? Honestly, this is such an epic game. This is an epic game. Okay, that's fine, because we're going to time wipe, getting back the Roscoe. Drawing another card. Yeah, they're not going to be happy about this, are they? Boom. Cabaret Revels is problematic. Because they're going to get so many more things. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't go for the general. So they've got a board wipe in their hand. Yeah, let's go for a Rusko. I want to gain a bit more life. And I also want to kill the Signet to slow him down. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to be able to get to 15 mana? Comes in tapped. Actually, comes in tapped. Discard a card. Okay, so basically, it's one of those weird things where if you play it and your opponent can't stop it, you kind of just win anyway. Guardian Project. And they're going to kill Roscoe. Okay. Fair enough. I suppose we're going to make him have to have it, aren't we? Daunting Nothingness. Here we go. So, in a way, we're doing the Daunting Nothingness Vincon, but essentially, we're going to either do it with actual mana, or we're going to win by proxy. Wow. They want to see it. They want to see it. we did it, guys. We did it. We did the Daunting Nothingness. Yes. That took some time. Thank you for being such a good sport, the BOS Paladin. That was epic. Oh, this is a very risky keep, but I'm definitely going to keep it. So we're going to want a white-green source here. White, green, blue, black. I could go for Triland, white, red, green. That means we can go for Sentinel, Cultivate, and Rhythm. But it does mean no Sentinel turn 1, which might be annoying, but it might not matter as well. Interesting. Or we just go for the Halfling, which means we can ramp further next turn. Yeah. So if this dies, we're not going to be able to Cultivate, which is annoying, but... Okay. We also missed out on a card with a Coastal Heart. Oh well. Divest. Let's do this. Get ourselves a couple of white sources, maybe. Or what would be better? Black and white? So which one do we want to play? Play the Sentinel, I think. Okay, nice. I still can't believe Golos is legal in this format. It's ridiculous. But yeah, long gone are my days of moaning about this card. It's just, you know, when you've been beaten by something so many times, you just kind of come to the agreement that you just gonna have to deal with it. It's one of those things. They let us draw. Wow. I take it there. I want to play a spell here for 2 mana. Rat Colony. Okay. Guess we'll start the Golos trainer. You can't really beat a bit of ramping, can you? They're going to find it pretty difficult. Any land. It's just silly. So, the thing everyone always does is the World Tree. That is the most common play. And yeah, we'll leave back the Sentinel. I mean, we could plot with it. I can't see them having that many more non-creature spells. Look at the top 5, keep all rats. I mean, I'm surprised they already played the Coastal Heart and the Heraldic Banner. People normally just go 100% rats. I mean, that's a lot of rats already. Is it going to be another one as well? Jeez. I actually think I will trade here. Annoyingly, the Caramonics... No, they don't want to do that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Rats have Toxic 1. Do we just go for Atraxa? I suppose. This feels wrong. This feels so wrong. Golos into Atraxa. Choose up to 4. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Alright, we'll leave these black. Leave these black? Sorry. Things on my mind. The mono black. Goodness. So this gives the ability to kill us with infect is kind of crazy and kind of terrifying. This is definitely one of the scariest artworks. Blimey. 8-1, 9-1s. Well, I think we definitely have to block a couple at least, because we just die otherwise. We're going to take 18. Ouch. Jeez. That's very, very powerful. We probably want to begin with just attacking with the Vigilance lifelink, don't we? Gain some life back. Killing the Heraldic Banner is going to be important, so let's go for the Lotus Cobra. Take care of that. That takes off quite a bit of power there. And then we've got... See, the issue here is that if we tap out for the bolus, we could... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we're just going to die to something horrific. I mean, we could just go for Fragment Reality, but they're going to get another rat. Go for bolus, kill one of the rats. This is probably better. I mean, it's not going to be, like, amazing, but it's better than dying. And if they don't kill the bolus, then... yeah, I'm not really sure. Land, that's... Playing the land now is actually pretty huge, because it means one less rat. And now that we have a Traxxer at 7, yeah, oh my goodness, that felt scarily close to death. If they had another rat, these would all be 7-1s, and then we'd have to block with, well, yeah, block with more things essentially. So yeah, that was a pretty close game. Okay, I've already mulliganed once, so I'm going to keep this hand, which isn't amazing, but there's potential. So which trial land should I get? I need white. I need red. Something with white and red. White, red, black. The Savai one, I think, because we've got blue. Yeah, that's a good start. These fetch lands have made 5-color decks crazy. The mana base is just amazing. But the mana base only works if we actually draw mana, so there's that as well. Hopefully we get some. Okay, so we got lucky with that one. And I think we're going to just destroy their Mind Stone and make them discard a card. The reason I'm whispering is because my kid just moved and he's sleeping next to room. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to be really quiet. So I apologise. I think my voice is too deep. It resonates too deeply within his tiny mind. We missed a land drop. So I do feel a bit bad for the opponent. The hand must be amazing if they're not given up yet. But... okay, we got a fetch land. That's really good. We'll get rid of the rubber path. Nice. We'll play this. And what else should we do? We can get a red source. Go for the fires and the whirlwind. Good. And I mean, it's not really much of a game anyway, so don't worry about that, guys. I don't think this hand's going to be that great against Saruman if it's going to be Esper Control. Fatal Push and Divest. I think I want to mulligan these. Fatal Push again. The game really wants me to have Fatal Push, but hey, we're doing the old Fetchland combo with the old Fatal Push. We can kill anything that's 4 mana or less. Actually, that's a good point. Fatal Push has been made better with the presence of fetches. I know that seems like a very particular thing, but in 60-card formats, that is stupidly valid. I mean, look, they're using fetches. Everyone's using fetches. They're just so powerful, even though they're definitely a love-hate with me. Against good players, I don't mind, because good players find the right land quickly. Worse players will take longer. Inquisition takes the ramp. That's sad. Not much we can do about that, if anything. Aragon and Ramos are a bit of a weird number. You kind of want to get Ramos out first, because otherwise you're not going to get any benefit by playing Ramos after, because it's colourless. So it's definitely a strange... Aragon's in a strange place in this deck, like especially with only a black spell in my hand, which doesn't synergize with him at all. Okay, so we are really just hitting lands here. And they've got some kind of instant for one. Okay, land island cycling, fair enough. Discard enchantment, instant, or sorcery. Well, like, in an ironic sense, we can discard the Fatal Push in our hand to kill the Saruman with a kill spell, but we don't have the kill spell. Yeah, as for control, not a splendid matchup. Really is not. Yeah, I can already tell this is not an enjoyable Esper player to face because there's a lot of pauses and thought here that I just feel... I don't know. I'm being harsh, however, I just know people. Interesting. So they did that to get... just... Okay, fine. Whatever. Will Aragon live? Who knows? Good timing on that, I suppose, but yeah, I mean, did it need the fanfare? No. Solemn Simulacrum. So Settle the Wilds will be able to get us a card here. Do we want a 5 mana or a 6 mana? Ooh. Well, I guess we definitely want to kill him. That's a given. So we can get a 5 mana or a 6 mana. I think we want to get... Yeah, we want to get a bigger spell, right? So let's go for Settle here. What do we get? Kami War. That's pretty cool. Swinging with a 9/9. No trample, though. They get a bit of value there as well. Yeah. They got pretty lucky with 2 completely random, inconspicuous extra blockers, but there you go. Teferi. Will he tuck Aragorn? That's the question. He will. Okay, well luckily we have a way to kill the Teferi. Did they get a 6th mana? Or not? They did. Wow, they played it. Interesting. Oh, casualties. That's got to be done, isn't it? Planeswalker land, creature. Slow them down quite a bit here. Nice, okay. So we still can't deal with the Saruman, even if he was on the field we couldn't kill him, because we couldn't target him. Enchantment. Oh no, we could have discarded the Kami War. Oh, but I feel like losing that would have been painful. Kami War. Are they going to counter this? Let's try and go for Ramos. Get the counters out of the hand. I'm not that bothered about losing Ramos, to be perfectly honest. I'm more excited to have these. Okay, strange. Strange. What would they have had that So, I don't know, maybe they have a mind control spell in their hand? Not entirely sure. Another tap land. So they had... Oh, I see. They wanted their sixth... They wanted their sixth land. So we're going to get quite a lot of counters here. Wow, that's a big attacker. I always forget how much pressure this can bring with 5 mana spells. But yeah, let's see if this can actually connect. Always suspicious when a Esper player doesn't have much to do. So we could just... Do we want to take the counters off and try and cast to Fairy? Interesting. So then we can just use this to bounce back the Kami War. God, I want to know what was in their hand. That felt very odd. It felt like they were holding something back, but who knows? Maybe we just got lucky. So I think this deck is very fun in hindsight, and that's something that is it's taken me a while to get my head around what this deck needed to be. The initial build was a lot weaker. It was what even was it? You know, it was so weak that I completely just disassembled it and started again. And I'm struggling to remember what it was. But yeah, this is just a lot better. It's what I wanted this to initially be was a tri-color tribal deck. But that got really difficult because the thing about tri-color tribal is the mana base starts very expensively at 3 mana. So you can imagine it's going to take precedence when it's, you know, your curve is heavy on 3s. But yeah, anyway, I like it when there's more 1 and 2 drops, just because the format is very aggressive. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I managed to get off the door to Nothingness in that first game, obviously. However, it wasn't via Ramos's ability, as sad as it was. But yeah, it was a long drawn out game, but I'm sure it's not too hard to do. You just need to get lucky, just like anything. Getting him out and then casting 1 Ruberg spell normally does it. There's not that many in hindsight. You've only got 1 Ruberg here and 1 Ruberg spell there. That will get 4 counters onto him. You can lean heavily into the counters side of things to make him get more counters or use spells that put more counters on him, which I actually didn't do at all because I think it's a little bit, it weakens the build a bit because that means that you need to have Ramos out and then so on and so forth. It's just not going to synergize unless he's on the field. That artwork is really hyper realistic, by the way, kind of strange when you look at some other art, but yeah, that's super cool. And yes, the deck does use a lot of very powerful things like Rusko and Atraxa. And as I said, you just have to really embrace it now. There's no other way to do it. There was a turning point the other day when recording, and it just wasn't working. It was with this deck. Recording, I lost so many games, and I thought, why am I just doing the Mimi stuff? And where you know, I can bring out the Mimi decks here and there, but it's just really tough. I think most of you realise. That's why it just makes me sad. I just released my Tergrid video and someone very angrily commented on the video saying, oh my god, you're using Tergrid. She's like one of the most powerful, oppressive cards in the format. I don't know what format they really meant. I guess Paper Commander as well as Historic Brawl. And I understand it. But firstly, I don't think she really is anymore. I think Tergrid's actually pretty slow. And I think people that complain about Tergrid haven't really learned how to deal with her, which is once they get rid of all your cards or if they've used all the discard cards before Tergrid comes out, so it shouldn't really do anything. And if, yeah, you need to build your deck to have advantage that isn't just drawing. Oh, I understand she's very powerful. And this is a very tangential argument, but you know, using the Rusko and Atraxas, I understand it sounds hypocritical because a year ago or so I said I was never going to do Rusko, but then, you know, I talked to a lot of people who then just said, but why? Because if I'm hindering myself, it's just making it harder for me and it's less enjoyable, right? And it makes sense. Why should I hinder myself by not using these stupidly powerful cards when everyone else is in order to have fun? And I think that's a stance that a lot of people have adopted and taken, You just have to adapt and use the strong cards. There's no way around it anymore. That's just the state of it. And it's the only way to really enjoy the game. Embrace the power. That's, yeah, a mantra that I need to remind myself. It's okay to use powerful cards. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So it just made me a bit upset. Someone was like quite aggressive. Aggressively kind of like attacked me in one of my comments, which is just commonplace on YouTube. Luckily, most of you, 99% of you, are really lovely. So I appreciate that. And I have learned to take things with a pinch of salt. I can't please everyone. You know, I could use a competitive deck and someone moans at me. I could use a weak deck and people go, this is a terrible deck. You know what I mean? I just can't win. I can't win the YouTube battle. So then I made Ramos because I think it was going to be like a Mimi deck, but it turns out you just need powerful multicolor spells. And if you make it Mimi, like my original build, it just didn't work. So then which content would you like to see? The one where it completely failed, which I do show. I actually do show that. I did a Shadrick Silverclaw video where that video was the one where I got a bit upset because I tried to make a fun deck with that as well. And that didn't work. That will be a few videos ago. So if you've seen that, you'll know exactly what I mean. So thanks for sticking with me through the moans and the rants and the depression, I suppose. But yeah, so basically, I want to say sorry to anyone who thinks I was just going to do Mimi decks. I never actually said that on the channel. I said I'll focus on them, but I've always done strong decks. Like if you go back to my first few videos, like Bolus was part of that cluster. So I don't really know what these people are wanting from me. I mean, he called me something like the champion of the Mimi decks. Like, yeah, but there's more than just one audience type, you know. YouTube is a big ocean. And if I just did one type of content, I would be drowned in a sea of videos that no one's going to watch. So, you know, that's why. I mean, you've probably guessed by now, but you have to do the popular stuff to get popular. I mean, it's pretty simple kind of process, I thought, in my head anyway. Like, just think about that for a second. If you disagree with what I'm saying, you know, I don't use popular cards, I'm not going to get the views. And when I don't get the views, I'm not going to feel like the channel should be worked on more, and then you'll actually get fewer videos. So in order to bring you the Mimi videos now and then, I have to do the powerful ones. So yeah, that's it really. I don't know, I don't feel angry or anything. I just feel just sad that people expect, I suppose, everything, and some people don't like the fact I vent and moan in my videos, but then I just don't watch it. Then it's pretty simple, isn't it? Like if you're watching a TV show, let's say you're watching Netflix and you don't like the show, what do? Do you just turn the Netflix off, or do you write a letter to the writer and director of the Netflix show and then have a go at him? That's something I'll never understand. If you don't like something, just don't watch it. There's plenty of shows and channels I don't like, but I don't go on the person's channel and just attack them. I think that's just not very nice, you know, in a written way. Or, you know, just, I don't know. But anyway, I don't want that to take away from this video. This video is actually pretty strong. And yeah, the reason I brought it up is just because I'm looking at Atrax, I'm staring at her in the face, and yeah, she's oppressive, horribly powerful mistake of a card. But if you don't use her, you know, whatever. You don't have to use Roscoe either. So if you really hate these cards, take them out. If you want to use them, use them. Pack them full of multicolour cards. The deck operates pretty well. It doesn't even need to cast Ramos. In fact, Ramos is kind of like the side dish. So the main dish is everything in the deck. Yeah, back Ali Gardener. I didn't get him in the video, but I really love this one. Whenever another creature comes in, you get a land. This is really important in multicolour decks. Just to give you bonus lands. This is an alchemy card as well. So it doesn't exist in paper, but my god, it's strong. This one is so strong. Cabaret Revels. Every few alchemy sets, they release cards like this that are like, oh my god, you know, just game-changing. And look, even Essica's here. All the powerful Halq commanders. You got Nicol Bolas as well, Teferi, 7-mana Bolas. But yeah, you know what? It's funny because some of these have gone down in my expectations. Like Essica, I used to think this was hyper oppressive, and then suddenly you realise, it's really not that bad when you look at this guy, who's like the #1 most powerful and most played commander in Historic Brawl. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's a strong deck. Look at the land base. Tell you what, if you don't have if you've not been playing the game for long, you may find this a bit overwhelming in the amount of rare cards, because almost every land I have in the deck is rare. So I do apologise for that. Probably like 25-ish rares just in the land base. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. You can swing to the counters, you can swing to more colours, maybe more Wilberg spells. But yeah, I think those two are the main routes. Don't try Voltron, that's just not very good. Maybe Dragon Tribal could work. But yeah, the world's your oyster, that's the beauty of the game. There's so many ways to build. It's just, I guess, the sad thing is people only like to use only one. Like someone might just make a Traxxon user for the whole career on Arena. I guess my other defense is at least I make other decks. I've got hundreds of decks. This is like almost 400 videos on my channel, and that's not including the videos that never aired, never made it to airing, because I just didn't think it was good, and versions of decks that I didn't like. But yeah, there's my end of video rant as usual. It's become a bit more commonplace now. Sorry again if you don't agree with what I say, but nobody can agree with everything everyone says. That would be mental. It'd be like a robot world. And also, I say this every time, but it is my channel, and you know where to go if you don't like it. But you've stayed this long, so I know you're a good egg, because you've stayed this long. People don't watch videos this long if they don't like them. But if you're a strange person that doesn't like me and watches all my content, then that's also weird, because why are you here if you don't like the content? We're going around in circles now. If you do tolerate me and like me, maybe you could support the channel. Look at the details below. Patreon, Ko-fi, donate via that. Yeah, it just helps fuel the me. And if you like me, that's great. And yeah, until next time. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.